Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vinyltreasure Show. I am Johnny G. I'm host of the Vinyltreasure Show on this September 18th, 2025. I have a special guest collector here in the studio, has been here a number of times. I'm always glad to have Bill Obe here in the studio. Bill, welcome to the Vinyltreasure Show.
Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate the nice introduction. First of all, I wish to thank Johnny G's listening audience for the excellent response received on the July 24th, 2025, 78 RPM Rhythm and Blues vinyl special. Thank you very, very much for the folks that have said many, many kind words about the show. I have a introduction that I prepared for today's show, and I'm going to start. Welcome to Johnny G's Vinyltreasure Show, Thursday afternoon, September 18th, 2025, featuring Rhythm and Blues, previously unissued songs, alternate takes, presented by Gordon Freeman and guest host Bill Obe. The original recording session of single artists and vocal groups of previously unissued songs are from the 1950s and 1960s. The later tracks were released on 45 singles, album compilations, and CDs. Rhythm and Blues vocal group historians regarding the earliest new style of 1950s vocal group harmony give credit to the Orioles, It's Too Soon to Know, and the Ravens count Every Star as the forerunners to early 50s R&B vocal groups. New York City in the 1950s had more record companies releasing rhythm and blues vocal group records than any other part of the country. 1960s vocal group harmony style of singing became reliant on music background tracks. Soul music groups became more popular in the scene in the mid to late 1960s. The British invasion and San Francisco rock captured the music sales charts in the second half of the 1960s. I personally experienced the music format change with my employment at an original 1960s oldie vocal group record shop. The next era of 1950s style of vocal group harmony music, Bill Obe's opinion, began in 1970 with the Gus Gossard WCBS-FM Sunday night New York City Oldies show. The show was playing early 1950s rhythm and blues style vocal group recordings. Examples. This is on a major network radio station. Blue Flowers, The Strangers. The Violinaires, Another Soldier's Gone. The Whispers, Are You Sorry? The Chantels, Lucille, and many, many additional recordings. Gus Gossard became so popular, his show moved in 1971 to WPIX-FM, playing 11 hours on weekends of rhythm and blues and rock and roll vocal group harmony music. The Gossard radio show had reached the highest levels for listeners of any New York City music format at that time. the music of Gossard, who did not know this music. The music was produced on his show by Chris Marco, Stan Krause, and Wayne Sterling. The record stores once again began selling vocal group harmony records. The music releases contained new product, which featured many previously unissued songs. Many 1950s pioneer vocal groups returned to the stages for revivals in the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s. There has been a large number of vocal group harmony oldie radio shows over the last 60 years, which promote the music format. This has played an important role in the continued popularity and education of the music. Johnny G's Vinyltreasures is one of these many shows. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to start Johnny G's Vinyltreasure special program, featuring rhythm and blues previously unissued songs, primarily of vocal harmony groups. Okay, we're ready to start the selections that I have brought today. To give you folks a sort of a recap, I had a listing of approximately 150 records selected to consider playing. The list was reduced to 35, and it was not an easy task. The first recording we're going to start out is an instrumental. Warren tenor sax Luckey. The track Steady Grind was a previously alternate take of the record. The other take of the record came out under the title of Fish Bait on Beacon Records. Johnny's showing you the record, a little bit different version, number 105 in 1955. The record in the studio notes was known as Steady Grind. For some reason, Joe Davis changed the name to Fish Bait. This was recorded 1955, and the studio musicians are tremendous. Warren tenor sax, Hayward Henry, Mickey Baker, Ernest Hayes, Peck Morrison, Specs Bailey on drums. Luckey lived at 155 West 71st Street, New York City. Mickey Baker and Warren did 9 studio sessions for Savoy Records from September 1955 to October 1956. Joe Davis, the label owner, started his career as a music publisher all the way back in the 1920s. And he was later a producer, and at this time in 1955, a record company owner. The recorded, unissued track we're going to play, Steady Grind, was recorded March 1955. Is next.
Okay, here we go, folks. Okay, Bill.
Tremendous instrumental. Steady Grind. Warren tenor sax, Luckey. And this is our first recording on today's show. Would like to mention what I'm going to be doing is trying to give you the original recording date and when, to the best of my ability, I could locate when it was released. This track was released on an LP, Johnny G is showing it to you, on the Crazy Cat label 780, Listen to Dr. Jive, 1983. It is a UK release.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, we start out the show, hopefully get everybody in the mood.
Definitely, Bill.
Our next second selection, up-tempo vocal group recording, is by Henry Hall and the Five Bel Airs. And this was an unissued, previously recorded in 1960 at Sequoia Summers Studio in Connecticut. John Rhys, R-Y-S, the talent agent, was also the supervision on the recording. The group was formed in 1954, originally called the Five Marvel Tones, changed their names to the Five Bel Airs. The studio recordings were found many years ago after John Rhys had passed away. They were in a suitcase. And Eddie Grice and Don Folletti of the Relic label was able to arrange in 1990 the release on one of the Relic vocal group series titled The Unreleased Gems of the 1950s, the Hartford Group's Relic 5085. This was released in 1990. We're going to hear this, what I think is an excellent track from 1960, next on Johnny G's Vinyltreasures.
Bum diddly bum diddly bum diddly bum 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 yeah.
We just heard Henry Hall and the Five Bel Airs and House of Love. And I want to make one other mention. Don Folletti wrote the liner notes to this LP. Don did a tremendous job on the liner notes on this LP. Great historian. I know Don for a lot of years, going all the way back to the 60s. Next, our third selection on today's show comes from one of the greatest vocal groups of the 1950s, and that's the Moonglows. And first of all, I wish to start out by thanking Big Dave Swinger for the promotion of today's show. Did a fantastic job. And in fact, he used this next track, I believe, as one of his promotional tracks. And I thank him very, very much. And I greatly appreciate it. Now, the Moonglows recorded Doubtful. And this record was recorded in Chicago at Chess Studios. Believed to either be March or April 1955, okay? Bobby Lester is the lead vocal here. If you listen to the musical track on this recording, and then you play Starlight by the Moonglows, the instrumentation on Starlight seems a little similar to the instrumentation on Doubtful. That's my take on this record. Johnny G is showing you a promo that I have of Starlight. Starlight was released as 1605 Chess Records in September 1955. Doubtful, it says was written by all the Moonglows. That's fairly a rarity because usually there were two writers on most of their releases. So the previously unissued recording was 1955, April. This was released on an LP, Windy City Harmonizers, Rarities from the Chess Vocal Groups, came from Japan on an LP 6082 from 1989. Now, this is an original copy of the Japan release. What occurred, to my knowledge, Ronnie I of UGHA Clifton Music contacted this Hiroshi Saraki, who's the party that was responsible for the release of this LP, and made some sort of arrangement where some copies could be pressed up here for Ronnie to market and sell. That's my remembrance of what occurred way back then, 1989. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear the Moonglows harmony at its best with Doubtful.
Do, do, do.
What am I going to do? Just be the fool fool I was before. Doubtful about the whole affair. Please tell me, darling, that you still care, so I won't be doubtful anymore. I want and a heart that was full of dreams and a long you can't do, yeah, just scattered by scheme. Doubtful, rather I'm right, rather you're trying with all your might to make my dreams come true. Do, 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 do.
Wow, Bill.
What a wonderful record, the Moonglows, Doubtful. And we don't have time to play a comparison, but maybe, Johnny, I'll make a request on one of the Saturday shows you can play Starlight.
Okay. I mean, I don't think I have as clean a copy as you.
Okay.
But that's a great record, too.
Next, we're going to one of my all-time favorite records. This is an alternate take. We're talking about the L-Rays, Darling I Know. This is previously unissued alternate take, studio session in Chicago, February 17th, 1954, Checker Records. The original single was 794. That was released on May 4th, 1954. The record, the original release, did not do very well at the time. The group members of the L-Rays, which everybody, I'm sure most of the people know, became the Dells. Vern Allison, Chuck Barksdale, Johnny Puentes, Marvin Jr., Lucius McGill, and Michael McGill. Now, I have to tell you an interesting story. It was Chuck Barksdale who contacted Ronnie I one evening. I was with Ronnie at the time, by phone, because Ronnie invited the Dells group to pick up their Hall of Fame awards, their plaques. And they spoke, and the conversation went all the way back to the L-Rays and all kinds of things like that. It was very, very interesting. Unfortunately, they never came to pick up their plaques because Ronnie was offering to provide them a couple $1,000s for showing up, but they were a big name group, and they wanted $15,000.
Oh, gosh.
So it didn't work out that way, but it was a very, very interesting conversation. I got a chance to talk to him. He was really surprised. Apparently, he did not know of UGHA. So we have the unissued alternate take is next on the show of Darling I Know.
Okay, folks, excuse me if I didn't line this up right because Johnny G is unprofessional here, but let's give it a spin here. Here we go.
never let you go. Never let you go. Oh, yes, I know.
I know I'm in love with you, and I won't let you go. I know I cry night and day for you, and dear, I love you so.
I know, I want you so. I must never let you go. I know, no, I know.
I know I pray night and day for you, and dear, I want you so. I know I'm in love with you, oh dear, I miss you so.
I love you so. I won't ever let you go. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know.
Wow, that's faster, Bill.
Yes, you certainly can tell that's an alternate take, and the sax break is very different than the original release.
Totally different there.
And that's one of my all-time favorite records, the original record, Checker 794.
Do you have a copy of that? You own a copy of that?
I have it on a Flex vinyl,
Oh, okay.
which is, I always thought the best way to have it. Let me just mention, because I don't want to get off script, the LP that it came on was the Golden Age of Rhythm and Blues, double record set, Chess 530. Came out in 1979. And there's other unissued recordings on this LP, or alternate takes is, I guess, a better way to say it, that are there. Next, we're going to our fifth selection. This is a great record. Big Dave Swinger thought this was a great record because he mentioned this record on one of his promotions. And the Bees from New Orleans, the writer and lead vocalist is Billy Bland. I believe most of our audience will remember Billy Bland from at least Let the Little Girl Dance.
Right, that's his big hit.
But in the 50s, Chicken in the Basket was...
on Old Town.
Old Town was played on a lot of the R&B stations. So we have a session, September 4th, 1954, and this is an unissued track. It was released in the month of September. They were in a hurry for it. And this recording originally came out in 1968 on the Imperial Legendary Masters Series, number 94003. But in 1987, a better quality release of the New Orleans vocal group's Lost Dreams, EMI Imperial, number 17232, came out, and we're going to be playing it from the better source.
Okay.
So next is this great tenor lead, Billy Bland, and Darling, Please.
Okay, hopefully I lined this one up right. Here you go, folks. Forgive me if I did not.
but me. Oh, darling, please, please remember me. I love you, you see. Please remember me. At night, I kneel down to pray that you be with me always. Please remember me. You left me alone just when I needed you. Come on back to me, 'cause until you do, my dream won't come true. Oh, darling, I miss your tender kiss. I love you, you see. Please remember me. You left me alone just when I needed you so. Come on back to me. Until you do, my dreams can come true. I miss your tender kiss. I love you, you see. Please remember me.
Wow, Bill, that's a great tune. Bill, so what was the deal with the Imperial LP?
They made them electronically stereo. They put out 2 volumes because in 1968, everybody wanted a stereo record.
Okay.
Because they put that album out when vocal group releases were at the very lowest amount. I was in a record store and the record wall of rare records disappeared in 1968. The next thing that was up were Beatle albums and things like that. Okay, we heard that was released in 1968 and later reissued in 1987. The quality on the Imperial album is far superior. Okay, we have a track, and I'm going to play this next track. And I think I'd like to dedicate it to Joe Shacatano.
Okay, Joe's in our chat room.
I'd like to play a record that Gene Mumford is singing, and maybe he may not be as familiar with this recording. First of all, it was not officially issued in the United States. It comes from a Paris, France release.
Was this on a CD, though? Was it on any U.S. CD?
To my later years, it was on a CD.
Okay, because if it was on a CD, then Joe Shack may know it.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Maybe he doesn't, but we'll see.
Well, the track is called The World Outside Warsaw Concerto by the Golden Gate Quartet. I really love this record. The session was November 11th, 1960. It was Columbia that put this out on an LP, and it's very hard to find information when Columbia first released this in France.
Okay.
The best I could do was finding it on a reissue LP, The Best of the Golden Gate Quartet, in 1978. So the recording was recorded in 1960, and I have it on a 1978 Paris, France release. So we're going to hear the Golden Gate Quartet, our sixth selection on today's show.
Okay, here you go, folks. Hopefully I got this right. I'll say it, sensational. Gene Mumford and the Golden Gate Quartet, recorded November 11th, 1960. We're up to our seventh selection this afternoon, and this is sort of an odd thing that occurred. The Clovers were always on Atlantic until somebody at Atco Records in 1971 wanted to put out their greatest hits. That was because Gossard was on the air. So instead of using Atlantic, they used the Atco label. Well, close enough.
So we're going to play a recording that is an alternate take of a record I really like, and I should send this out to Frank Gingaro and his wife Jerry. Your Cash Ain't Nothing But Trash. It was done at Fulton Recording Studios, New York City, April 16th, 1954. The group members, Billy Mitchell is lead, Matthew McQuager, Harold Lucas Jr., Harold Windley, Bill Harris on guitar, and Willis Jackson does the saxophone. For whatever reason, they mention that on other releases. They don't mention who played saxophone on this record. So it was recorded April 16th, 1954, released in the year 1971 on Atco LP 33-374. Next is Your Cash Ain't Nothing But Trash.
Down the main drag one night, I met a fine chick built just right. She stopped when I flashed on my road. I told her she could have all of my gold. She turned around and with a frown she said, there ain't no circus and I don't need a clown. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. So it ain't no need you're hanging around just to make a hit with that chick. I tried a Cadillac right quick. A man in the place looked so strange at $900 and some change. We disagreed. I tried to plead. He said there ain't no chicken and I don't need to feed. Your cash ain't nothing but trash, oh baby. Cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Brother, you're clowning way past my speed. Counting my buck, a man with a gun said, hands up. I tried to get away, but too slow. He conked me and took all of my dough. I heard him shout as he cut out, you ain't lost nothing, what you crying about? Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Then he took my watch and I passed out. I woke in the arms of a big cop, a police station. A next stop, just swung his fist down, a plunk, plunk. $20 fine, cause you drunk. Dig up the dough and you can go. All I had was a buffalo. My gas ain't nothing. My gas ain't nothing but trash. Oh baby, gas ain't nothing but trash. But I'm sure gonna get me some more.
We heard the Clovers, Your Cash Ain't Nothing But Trash. Not the version we played, but on the Gus Gossard show they played the original Atlantic or a reissue they were playing on WPIX-FM when Gossard was doing the Saturday and Sunday shows. Our next group, which is, I would tell the folks, it's very hard to pick an all-time favorite group, but for Bill Olb, it's probably the Five keys. And we're going to play an previously unissued track. It was recorded at Session Radio Recorders, Hollywood, California, April 2nd, 1952. Rudy West is the lead. The group was Marilyn Pierce, Dickie Smith, Ripley Ingram, and Bernie West. And I want to first mention that I was able to know Bernie West very well in the early 2000s. Bernie was in his, I think it was in 87, and he would call me and he gave me his number, and we must have had about 8 conversations.
Wow.
Relating to Five Keys history. Very, very knowledgeable individual.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie, different than Rudy, loved the Aladdin records.
Okay.
Rudy did not like the Aladdin records. Well, we're going to play a 45, and the story behind this 45 is the group Canned Heat was signed with Liberty Records.
You mean like going up to the country Can Heat?
Right.
Okay.
Bob the Bear Height and Henry Vestine, 2 members of the group, were ardent blues and rhythm and blues record collectors. So as they became really popular and had million sellers for their record company, Liberty, they were asked if they could go through the files of Aladdin Records, because Aladdin Records was purchased a number of years earlier. I don't know if it was 63 or 64, in that time frame, by Imperial. Well, they wound up going through the files, and because they were the label's big stars at the time, having 2 million sellers,
right,
they were allowed to take copies of the masters, and then they wound up releasing 45s with another individual selling them on the West Coast. Was the first way they were sold. And this particular record was the last one they released.
Okay.
And maybe, it's hard to say what's the best, but this might be one of my all-time favorite Five Keys records. Now, with Bernie West, to go back to that little bit of story, a lot of people think Alan Freed just put his name on records.
Yeah.
According to Bernie West, when they recorded The Verdict for Capitol,
Yeah.
Alan Freed flew out to the West Coast and was in the session guiding them through the record.
Wait a minute. So Freed was at the recording session?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
I just thought, well, maybe he wasn't really into it just for the money. I guess he really had a vested effort in this music.
And the second thing I would like to mention is an individual who was a teenager when I was working at a record store in the late 60s. His name was Ron Fermanak. He was a big Elvis Beatles collector.
Mm-hmm.
He obtained a job in 1989 working for EMI Legendary Masters Division.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working with Ronnie I at Clifton Music on Saturdays particularly. And one Saturday he shows up and he says to me, Bill, I'd like to talk to you because I am working on a lot of releases and I'm looking to put out a 5 keys, the Aladdin years, CD. So he said, I'd like to talk to you. What do you think people that might want to buy this CD, which did come out in 1991, would like to see? I said, well, number one, this is Johnny's going to show you the cover of the CD right there. I said, number one, people would like to know about the alternate takes. I said, are there more alternate takes? And of course, he didn't have his information there. He said, and I said, well, I'll give you a suggestion. Very few record companies put out the take number in their booklet about the record or on their album cover. You might want to do that. So that's what he did. And he did a complete discography with takes of the Aladdin records and the Capitol records. So that's my story with Ron Fermanak. His brother was a very big 78 collector who I believe was living in Minnesota. I do not know where he is now. So sorry for the lengthy info.
No, Bill. I mean, people don't know this. I never knew this.
We're going to play I'll Always Be in Love with You. Take one.
Okay, here we go.
Sweet heart, if you should stray a million miles away, I'll always be in love with you. And though you'll find more bliss in someone else's kiss, I'll always be in love with you. I can't do any more. I've tried so hard to please. But let me thank you for those tender memories. I wish you happiness. As for me, sweetheart, I guess I'll always be in love with you. I'll always be in love.
Baby, with you.
With you.
Oh, my, Bill. That's great.
I like the 45 because the CD, the engineers on these CDs on vocal group records sometimes try to put too many highs in it. The 45 plays wonderful, a great sound, and also this is not an easy record to find on a 45.
Wow, it's nice. Really nice.
So the 5 keys are big favorites with mine, so I hope the audience doesn't mind. We're going to do
They don't mind. With 5 keys, a big pull here on the Vinyl Treasure Show?
We're going to play two in a row.
Okay.
The 5 keys were Leaving Aladdin in 1954, and their manager, by the name of Saul Richfield, was seeking to find a new label. I'm sure he heard plenty from Rudy West, who was never satisfied with the Aladdin releases except The Glory of Love. He went to a number of labels, RCA being the first and Capitol the second. And whatever the reason, they recorded the artists before they were truly signed to the label. So the first session in RCA Studio 3, 1954, was four tracks. The musicians were Mickey Baker, Sam the Man Taylor, Kelly Owens, Marty Wilson. Leroy Kirkland was the leader. The A&R man was Danny Kessler. But the A side of this record was Lordy Miss Claudie. That's what they were going to feature. Well, RCA sent out some promos. And when I say RCA, their Groove division, which is, the record was going to be numbered 0031.
Okay.
There were a few copies sent to people. According to Val Shively, because I confirmed it with him and his experience, he has never seen a promo copy of this record that we're going to play.
And it's listed in the. I think Freddie Gonzalez has it in the disco file. It's listed.
Yeah, because it was sent to some people.
Okay.
So we're going to. They also went to Capitol. Well, RCA Victor being a mega company,
yeah,
a little bit slower. Well, guess what Capitol did? They rush released Ling Ting Tong, and it became a hit. So they had to back out of their RCA deal, the 5 keys.
Yeah, so
that's how they wound up on Capitol. Bernie West told me it was a little awkward. The group really wasn't sure what was happening because their manager, and then they liked Dave Cavanaugh, who was the A&R guy for Capitol. So we're going to play a really great record with Marilyn Pierce doing lead. I'll Follow You.
Okay, I hope I line this up right, folks. Here you go.
If you live to Oregon, I'll follow.
follow you. Well, if you lead me to the sky, oh, heaven, I'll follow you.
There you go, Bill.
Tremendous record. That's probably my favorite Marilyn Pierce lead. I'll Follow You. And to help the folks out, I don't want to get off this. The version was recorded July 1954, and then a UK album on the Detroit label entitled Best of Doowop Classics, 5 Keys and Nightcaps, which are some unissued nightcaps on the LP, was issued as number 9773. I'm sorry, I gave the wrong number. 33010. 33010. Also, the song came out on a mixed CD in 1989 called The Rock and Roll Party. But I like the LP sonic sound better than the CD, which is not bad. But now I'd like to answer a question that came from one of the listeners.
Tony Barcia.
Tony Barcia. Hi, Tony. I hope you're enjoying the show. Just Sitting by the 5 Keys was recorded on Capitol Records November 29th, 1956, because Ron Fermanak decided to put out all their releases, even the unissued ones, and the takes in that little booklet he provided the folks that would buy the EMI CD. Mm-hmm. Where Tom and Joe, who played the record, obtained it, that I don't know. You'd have to ask Joe Marchesani.
Yeah, because Tony mentions he heard it on the Time Capsule show.
Yeah, that's where I heard it, too.
Okay.
So that is, we just played our 9th recording, and now we're going to go to a radio transcription, Langworth transcription number 1510, session August 21, 1950, and the group was from Charlotte, North Carolina, started in 1943, and there was members Gene Alford, Oscar Broadway, Clarence Dixon, and John Wallace. And this came out on a series of EPs that Monogram put out in the later 70s. I don't have the transcription, and I don't have a player to play them either. So we're playing this from a Monogram EP. But what I found very interesting about this record, and I'm not going to mention who it sounds like, but it's a little bit different for the Four Knights. Their recording, Love Is Gone, is next on Johnny G's Vinyltreasures.
Okay, folks, this is a, these grooves are really close together, so, and this is a 45 too, so here we go. I'll try it.
Of love's quarrels, we've had our share, I've done my part, but you weren't there. There's no use continuing. The flame has died and needs rekindling. Oh, why go on? Now the thrill is gone. This is the end of all our dreams. I won't change as I've done before. For love is gone. Oh, why go on? The thrill is gone. This is the end of all our dreams. No, I won't change as I've done once before. Oh, love is gone.
Hold on. You are listening to the Vinyltreasure Show. I'm your host, Johnny G. Special in-studio guest with me, Bill Olb, his 6th guest spot here on the Vinyltreasure Show. I hope you're enjoying this program today. If you are, please give the show a thumbs up. Also, tell your friends about it, and subscribe if you will. If you have not yet done so, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And this is Bill Olb's 6th spot here on the Vinyltreasure Show. He's going to be scheduled to do more in the upcoming months. And if you do want to get a note to Bill or to me, you can email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Let me know if you're enjoying this type of music here that Bill is featuring here. As I call Bill a music historian, he is. Not only did he live the music, he knew a lot of the players of the music. So, Bill, what did we hear?
We just heard the Four Knights, their recording from 1950, a transcription of their recording Love Is Gone. And you know, that's a little similar to some of the Ravens recordings on Columbia.
Okay.
I played it a few times. That's what I come up with, and looking for, comparisons. I'd like to thank Frank Gingero and Gordon Skadberg for their assistance in promoting this show on the Rhythm and Blues Serenade, which is on Sundays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And they've been, as I've mentioned in previous shows, been really special to Bill Olb. So you can listen to them live stream. They are going to be on, I believe, this next Sunday. There'll be another live show at their Hofstra University. Great information, great show. Frank and Gordon, thank you. Okay, our 11th recording is a group called the Wanderers. The great lead, Ray Pollard, is on this track. And this originally was an acetate that was not released by Savoy Records. The session was August 26, 1953, and it was in Harlem, New York City. The group members, Ray Pollard, Frank Joyner, Robert Yarborough, Shepard Grant, and had great musicians, Buddy Tate, Dave McRae, Mal Waldron. There were 4 acetates at Savoy recorded by this group, and 1 single release, and that was Savoy 1109, We Could Find Happiness.
Right.
And I got the opportunity to spend a half hour with Ray Pollard.
Wow.
One-on-one, May 5th, 2001, at the annual Hall of Fame tribute at UGHA.
Nice.
And it was very, very interesting. Ray didn't really remember a lot about the Savoy Records, and I mentioned to him that one of the recordings that an acetate surfaced on was also, they sung in the movie Rockin' the Blues, and he wasn't as familiar with that era. His era was had a hit on Onyx, Jumpin' Catfish. Never forget all the appearances. They had 4 appearances on Ed Sullivan in the early 60s. And of course, the Cub MGM records, which were their best-selling records. So we're going to hear Don't Do Nothing I Wouldn't Do.
Okay, here we go.
I'm going away, baby, and I won't be back till fall. But if misfortune overtakes me, then I may not be back at all. Before I go, baby, there is one thing I beg of you. So, baby, please don't do nothing you know I wouldn't do.
Now, look at here, baby. I'll pay up your insurance now for a whole year. So there ain't no reason for them insurance men to be running in and out of here. How about you playing them groceries? Even one of them, they old Frigidaire too. So there ain't nothing for no grocery boy the one them ice man can do.
I
terrific rhythm and blues record from 1953. And you didn't know it was the Wanderers. They sounded more rhythm and blues-ish on this recording. The record you just saw was the record that was released later from Johnny's Holding Up, a reel-to-reel tape. I had received a copy in 1976 of a number of the acetate recordings that Savoy was found in their basement after Herman Lubinsky's death. So whatever it's worth, there's the copy of the tape. Later, some of these recordings came out on 45s. So the session was 1953. The record 45 release was 1975 on Savoy 1098. Our 12th recording is a group that is probably familiar to a number of the folks, the Gentlemen. And Apollo, Bess Berman's label, liked the groups to go and record an a cappella demo of what they wanted Apollo to record. So Apollo would get to hear an a cappella recording of records that the group wanted Apollo, Bess Berman, to consider releasing on 45s with a band, naturally. So they were like rehearsals, and they wanted to see how the group was. The Gentlemen were from Newark, New Jersey. They did a rehearsal at Savoy Records on April 8th, 1954. Herman Lubinsky did not like the group and turned them down. One of the tunes was a recording called My Story. Now, this is the same My Story that Ronnie Baker and the Deltones recorded for Laurie Records, Laurie 3128. Well, after they went to Savoy being turned down, they went to Apollo. And they made these tapes. And I believe this recording, you certainly can tell, this is Ronnie Baker, on their Story of a Love Gone Cold, which is really the same track as My Story. This is next on Johnny G's Vinyltreasures.
Okay, folks, these LPs, the dead wax is very thin, so you're gonna have to forgive me. We're gonna try it. Here we go. Darn, but that was right, Bill?
Yeah.
To be my wife, but they married each other and made a mess of my life. Now standing by the river, tears of sorrow I cry. I just can't go on living. Yes, I'll just lay down and die. Standing by the river, tears of sorrow I cry. I just can't go on living. Yes, I'll just lay down and die. That's the end of my story. That's all the tales that I've told of how a friend and a loved one made this empty heart grow cold.
Tremendous recording.
Yes, it is.
The Gentleman, and the Apollo version is far better than the Savoy version. And the group was from Newark, New Jersey. And the Laurie version of My Story, 1961, really didn't do much action, but it's a wonderful record. So we have a recording on Apollo from 1954, and the record was released differently, My Story on Laurie, in 61. So we are now to a record that has kind of a different type story. Sonny Till's Orioles. This is an alternate take, studio session, Chicago, May 1956. Released in 1957. Originally, I believe it was released on VJ First 244.
Okay.
And then it was released on Abner 1016 in 1958. Now here's the story, and I don't have an answer. The VJ record time is 2 minutes and 56 seconds. The Abner record in 58 is 2 minutes and 25 seconds. The recording you're going to hear today is 3 minutes and 40 seconds, which appears to be the full version. This comes from a Japanese album released in 1982 in Japan. There's also some other unreleased tracks on this album by other groups. Now, VJ thought they could make Sonny Till and the Orioles, it's really not the Orioles, it's the Regals, a teen group. Not going to happen. So we have the lead on this record is Paul Griffin. Mm-hmm. And we're going to play the full version of Sugar Gal on Johnny G's Vinyltreasures.
Okay, here we go. I'll try this.
sugar. Ooh, you look good. Come on over. It's something I'd like to ask you. How, sugar girl, who do you love? Sugar girl, I dream of the love we could share. You don't know how I care. You don't know how I care. You don't know how I care. How, sugar girl, give me a smile. Sugar girl, the whole while you smile I'll rejoice. For your lips are my charm. For your lips are my charm. When you speak, I get weak, so I fall. Yes, I fall. Tell me why. Oh, why don't they all? Why don't they all? How? Sugar girl, I love you so. Sugar girl, if you go, I know I'll stay blue. It depends on you, just on you, sugar girl. How do sugar girl, sugar girl, sugar girl, sugar girl.
Wow, Bill, long song there.
Johnny just mentioned to me he loved the quality being pure vinyl from the
nice.
Japanese pressing.
Plays nice.
So if you're a very ardent collector, you need possibly to have all three versions of this recording.
Yes.
So, in fact, when I spoke with Val Shively about the Japanese LP, wasn't aware of that version a number of days ago. Next, we're going to an artist that actually recorded this track in his studio, RCA Studios in Chicago, 1957, released as Cobra 5024. Label owner Eli Toscano. Betty Everett was born on November 23rd, 1939, settled in Chicago, and had two #1 R&B hits for VJ Records in the 1960s. The musicians at the session were Willie Dixon, Wayne Bennett, Little Brother Montgomery, and Harold Ashby, with the great Red Holloway, the saxophonist who did all those wonderful Chance records. This is an alternate take of the 1957 recording released on El Toro Records. And they're from Paris, France. They're a legit label. They put some alternate takes of Betty Everett on this 2017 release. And I sent away for it. And It was
2017.
yeah. So
Wow.
you never know. The music continues. There is following overseas in countries like Spain, etc. So we're going to play the alternate take of Killer Diller by Betty Everett.
33 and a third. Yep.
Killer diller. Yes, he's a killer diller. Yes, he's a killer diller, but he satisfies my soul. He may not know his ABC, but he got everything that a good girl needs. He's a killer diller. Yes, he's a killer diller. Yes, he's a killer diller, but he satisfies my soul. He may not work from sun to sun. You can bet your life we have lots of fun. He's a killer diller. Yes, he's a killer diller. Yes, he's a killer diller, but he satisfies my soul. He's a killer diller. Killer diller.
Great recording, Killer Diller, Betty Everett, originally on Cobra single 5024, 1957, certainly a Chicago sound. We're going to an artist that is was popular as a lead vocalist for a group, the Crickets, and popular as a solo artist for JD Records, Joe Davis's label. And the record was previously unissued. It was recorded at Tone Studio, 709 8th Avenue, New York City, February 15th, 1956. Great musicians here. The Crickets naturally started and had a big hit on MGM. And in 1953, Joe Davis decided to leave MGM, and the first artist he signed was the Crickets for his JD label. Dreams and Wishes and When I Met You were the recordings. Something must have happened that this wasn't released, because Dr. Jive was a huge disc jockey in New York City. I don't have the information. I will tell you that I had opportunities to speak with Joe Davis, because he was a regular. He was in his office. This was the 1970s in New York City. He would call Clifton Music, and he was great wealth of knowledge, had his faculties, but I believe he was 80-ish, and his daughter, Lucille, wanted him to retire. So he called and said, would Clifton Music like to buy his J.D. Davis and Beacon stock that he has in his office? Of course, the answer was yes. And Joe Davis, it's unbelievable the amount of publishing this man did on various musical tracks. This is on the Crazy Cat Records LP 780. We played the instrumental Steady Grind earlier. Mm-hmm. We're going to play Dean Barlow's Listen to Dr. Jive.
If you're feeling kind of low and your pulse is beating slow and you want to feel alive, listen to Dr. Jive. If you want to cure your ills without medicine or pills, here's a treatment that won't cost $5. Listen to Dr. Jive. He's the doctor with the beat, puts the rhythm in your feet, and rhythm in the feet supplies the heat that keeps you healthy and looking sweet. You will thrive and you'll survive till your old age checks arrive. So look ahead and look alive. Listen to Dr. Jive. And rhythm in the feet supplies the heat that keeps you healthy and looking sweet. You will thrive and you'll survive till your old age checks arrive. So look ahead and look alive. Listen to Dr. Jive.
Wow, Bill, great.
Great record. Should have been a hit.
They should have, whoops, what am I doing here? They should have put that out is what they should have done.
Yeah. Well, you can talk to people. I talked to a number of label owners. They, many times, it's not so much the music in the record, they were looking for a gimmick to sell the record. What better gimmick than one of the top 5 disc jockeys in New York City?
True, but that was like a 2 minute. That's like 2 minutes of a record. You know what I'm saying? That should have been put out. I say.
Okay. Next, we're going to probably the most famous girl group record, or girl group, from the 1950s. Arlene Smith and the Chantels, and we're going to play an alternate take of a recording they did on June 27th and July 1st, 1958, released as N1030, and we're playing a previously unissued track. But the original release...
Wasn't this from the box? Is this the Murray Hill
box
box
set? The Murray Hill box set. The original track to this, N1030, was one of the few Chantel records in the 1950s that didn't make the charts. This did not make the charts.
Wait, so this is a released record?
The release record didn't make the chart. This is an unreleased version.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so this came out, but not this version.
Exactly.
It's a different version. Okay.
So we're going to hear the Chantels next on Johnny G's Vinyl Treasures, If You Try.
Okay, I like this record too. Listen, let's hear it. I hope I got it right. These grooves are really close together, folks, so I'm not apologizing because I try my best here. Here we go.
Sudden ending, Johnny.
Yeah, that is what's called a cold ending. I have to say, I will say, interesting to hear that version of the song, but I figured George Goldner would probably say, you know what, this is too fast to feature Arlene Smith. It was maybe because I'm biased because I like the record, but I thought that was too fast for her. You know, it was like maybe because that song I thought was supposed to be a ballad, but what do I know?
Okay, well, this show, Johnny, we're actually playing different kind of music.
But I'm just saying, it's great to hear that record. But I'm thinking if George Goldner was sitting in the studio recording these gals, they would say, well, that's not really featuring Arlene's, even though she was on lead. You know, she'd say, we want to put it on the slower side. But that's what's so great about hearing the record, because they did record it at a high speed, a faster speed like that. Yeah. So that's what's cool about it. So thank you for featuring it.
Okay, next we're going to an odd story. Brook Benton and other recording artists in the 50s. Brook had recorded for the gospel group Bill Lanford's Quartet, and then was on OK, Epic, and Vic, and he wanted to find a new recording label in 1957. So one of the ways artists tried to get their name in front of management was to record a demo and send the demo to different record companies to see if they would sign them. This next record came out later on a Cornet LP, but it was originally a demo.
Okay. Now, Cornet, that's a budget label, correct?
They must have
Like
bought the...
Guest Star.
Yeah, they bought some Brook Benton
Gotcha.
demos. That's what's on this album. And the other artist on this album is also some lesser-known records. So we're going to hear an original demo with an unknown vocal backup group. The Girl I Love, and this was likely recorded in 1957. I can't be totally accurate.
So 57 wasn't Brook? Wasn't he on? Was he?
He was
on
finishing up Vic.
Vic Records. Vic Records.
Yeah. So
Before he went to Mercury.
I don't believe that this record got him signed to Mercury.
Okay, well we'll hear it. It sounds interesting here.
So here is a demo to Please Sign Me.
Okay,
Brook
let's
Benton.
hear it, folks. These grooves are really close together, so you're going to have to excuse Johnny G with this. So we're going to try it. Here we go. So, Bill, I would say that because that sounds like I think it's earlier than 57. I would think
it's possible.
Because I'm just saying because he wouldn't use this as his demo for Mercury. Okay, I don't think he would. But and you figure the Cadillacs was what, 1956 possibly?
Yeah, 56.
So maybe this was for Vic to go to Vic.
Can't answer that question.
I'm just saying because it's interesting because maybe the group need a little bit more rehearsal or whatnot. But I can see they did a demo. His voice, he was showing his ranges there. But cool record, I have to say.
Well, folks, we're playing some If I was a record buyer in 1956, I think I would, if that came out, I think I would like that.
Well, I would too, only because I'm saying I like the Cadillac's version.
Yeah.
I buy all different versions, but I would have bought it.
Okay, that came out in 61. I'm saying 56, 57, the demo. We next have Miriam Great and the Dovers. This is a previous unreleased a cappella recording, likely 1955.
Okay.
Marion possessed strong vocal skills as demonstrated on the release of Apollo 45-472, My Angel.
Yeah.
The group were local favorites in Harlem who never obtained stardom. And we're going to play an a cappella recording, a very short recording, titled My Love Is Next on the Rhythm and Blues Serenade.
No, on the Vinyltreasure
Oh,
show.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It happens. You should have heard me say when I had that other station I used to call. Anyway, so folks, the grooves are really close on this, so you can barely see it. I'm going to try to line it up right. So here we go.
That's why I love.
That was it, right?
You to know.
What is it? 1, 2, 3.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Can't even see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yes.
Crazy. Well, you know that I love you. I love you so. I'll never let you go.
No.
Oh.
I can't see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Johnny, maybe we just skip this track.
Oh, my love, my love. Oh, please let me be the one, yes, the one of your dreams. Oh, my love, my love. I love you, yes, I do. But darling, I'll cry if you are feeling blue. Well, you know that I want you to be my everything. But now that you're leaving, my heart's broken too. Oh, my love, my love. I love you, yes I do. But darling, I'll cry if you are feeling blue. Oh, my love, my love. I love you, yes I do. But darling, I'll cry if you are feeling blue. If you are feeling blue.
Very, very nice. Marion Great and the Dovers, My Love. A cappella. Apparently, Apollo, Bess Berman, decided not to use the recording, which meant that there's no recording session other than the a cappella. Next, we're going to a Philadelphia group titled The Universals. This is an unreleased track. Session June 29th, 1960, Old Town Records. The group recorded for Mark X with the classic tune again. And some people say they could have been the Buccaneers on Southern Records. The lead of the great tenor is Kenny Gardner. His real name is Kent Peeler. So we're going to hear the Universals next, 1960, Think.
Yeah, there you go, Bill.
Tremendous record. The Universals. Think. 1960. We're going to the West Coast group, the Feathers. I met Johnny Stanton at one of the UGHA shows. I came in for a performance on a collectible show. We're going to hear the Feathers, I Need a Girl, the unissued first recording for Showtime. likely 1954. Label formed in 1954 by Peter Morgan and engineer Austin McCoy. The company was located on Central Avenue, Los Angeles, and it was sort of an experiment, this was. Aladdin Records in February of 1955 released their version of The Feathers, I Need a Girl. A lawsuit developed between Showtime and Aladdin. Showtime won.
Oh, they did?
They won a whopping dollar amount settlement of $750.
Well, I mean, maybe $750. You could buy a lot of records back then for that.
So we're going to hear the unissued 1954 track, and then we're going to hear from the Relic Golden Group series, Relic number 504945, 1979, I Need a Girl by The Feathers.
Okay, here we go, folks.
I need a girl that's out of this world, that fits my head in a world. Oh, I need a girl. Oh, I need a thrill like Jack gave to jail the day they went up the hill. Oh, I need a thrill. I'm like Jack was with Jill the day they went up the hill. Jack gave a tumbling down, but oh, look what he found. I need a girl that never will change. I'm here to give her my name. Oh, I need a girl. I'm like Jack was with Jill the day they went up the hill. Jack came my tumbling down, but oh, look what he found. I need a girl that never would change. I'm here to give her my name. Oh, I need a
The previously unreleased version by The Feathers on Showtime, I Need a Girl, released on the 1979 Golden Groups Part 23, Best of Showtime. Great liner notes, once again, by Don Folletti. Next, we're going to a group known as the Aladdins, and this was recorded at Radio Recorder Studios, Hollywood, January 4th, 1955. And the group was a San Diego quartet led by Eddie Williams, Teddy Harper, Alfred Harper, Gaylord Green, and Johnny Otis was their manager. And he plays piano in the Vives, and his band is behind the group. The Aladdins did not do much in the way of sales, even though their records are really good, in my opinion. Otis sold the group to Buck Ram.
Okay.
And then what happened, Buck Ram disbanded the band and recorded Eddie Williams with a new group that was comprised from some of the Colts.
Yeah.
And you had that wonderful record, Guiding Angel,
Yes.
on an antler.
Mm-hmm.
So this record is January 4th, 1955, entitled Eternally, and it's on the Dreamy Masters EMI Treasury, released in 1987. So we're going to hear the Aladdins Eternally.
Okay, here we go. The grooves are close here, folks. So
Brought with you. A year or two, I'll have to part with you, but things just don't last eternally. It's hard to be so far apart, but things just don't last eternally. Eternally, you said you would wait for me, pray for me, and keep your heart at ease. You know how much I love you, so won't you please wait for me? No, I'll be blue while I'm away from you, but things just don't last eternally. You said you would wait for me, pray for me, and keep your heart at ease. You know how much I love you, so won't you please wait for me? No, I'll be blue while I'm away from you, but things just don't last eternally.
The Aladdins,
great tune there, Bill.
Eternally, previously unissued, on the Dreamy Eyes EMI Treasury LP 1987.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we're going to a New York City group that went over to from Apollo Records, where they had 3 semi-successful records. Johnny's going to show you a promo of one of them from my collection. And we're going to hear the vocal tones do Come Dance With Me, a previously unissued track, recorded in Harlem. And the lead singers, Roland Martinez and Bobby Robinson, they alternate on the subject track. Additional group members were the Pretenders that were on Rama backing them up.
Mm-hmm.
And they were also on Juanita for George Goldner. The 2 unissued tracks are stronger than the Juanita recordings. My opinion. The unissued track, 1957, came out on Murray Hill Records. Come Dance With Me, from the year 1957. The LP on Murray Hill was released in 1988. The vocal tones, Come Dance With Me.
Boom, boom.
Come on, birdie, baby, come and dance with me. Need your loving, darling, love you, can't you see? Come on, birdie, baby, come on and dance with me.
Boom, 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 wow.
Come on, birdie, baby, come and treat me right. Need your loving, darling, need it every night. Come on, birdie, baby, come on and dance with me. You may run the conga, do the mambo, the samba too. Baby, I don't care, 'cause I'm in love with you. You may run the conga, do the mambo, the samba too. Baby, I'm with you. Come on, birdie, baby, come and dance with me. Need your loving, darling, love you, can't you see? Come on, birdie, baby, come on and dance with me.
Boom, boom, let's go. Pick up the one and blow, blow.
Hey! You may rumble, conga, do the mambo, the samba too. Baby, I don't care, 'cause I'm in love with you. You may rumble, conga, do the mambo, the samba too. Baby, I love you. Come on, birdie, baby, come and dance with me. Need your loving, darling, love you, can't you see? Come on, birdie, baby, come on and dance with me.
And a ball in this song, yeah. Let's go.
Hey!
There you go, Bill.
The record was recorded at Old Town, so I don't
Okay.
think it was.
So how did Goldner put them out on Juanita? You think he recorded them also?
I think he recorded them also.
Okay, because they should have put this out. This is a great record.
They didn't do anything with their 2 cuts.
It's too bad.
Yeah, I mean, the hardest thing, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes is to determine, why wouldn't a record company put out a certain recording?
True. Well, there could be legal ramifications, of course.
Sometimes there is.
Mostly. Okay. but-
Possibly like on that Tommy Smalls issue.
Right. But again, I'm sure they have their reasons. Maybe sometimes they might not like the group, or something happens, and you're done.
Yeah.
But still, what a great tune.
Next, we're going to hear the tremendous Solitaires with Milton Love on lead, previously unissued track, session, Old Town, New York City, October 10th, 1956. The song was written by the group. The Solitaires are a great 1950s R&B vocal group with many local tri-state hits. Many additional unreleased tracks were issued in the group's box set. This is a box set. The track was recorded in 1956, and it was issued on Murray Hill in 1984. A Milton love story. Milton is one day buying records at Clifton Music, and I was there, and he says to me, Bill, where's your gospel section? I said, we don't have much in the way of gospel, Milton. He said, Bill, that's a shame. I said, well, what are you looking for? He said, oh, I like the group sound of the 50s. I said, you know what, Milton? I'll make you a CD. So I made him a CD, and boy, he couldn't stop thanking me when he came to pick it up. And he didn't ask for one artist. I picked them all.
Oh, really? Okay.
So that's a Milton Love, a very, very nice man. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear the Solitaires' great record titled How Long?
How long will our love last? Our love has echoed through the past. So please, save your love for me. How long will you save your love? Oh my, you're a gift from above. So please, save your love for me. How long is forever? No one knows, it seems, but me. Forever are the moments when you are with me. How long will you save your love? Oh my, you're a gift from above. Oh please, save your love for me.
Here you go, Bill.
Milton Love and the Solitaires, How Long? That should have been released.
Yeah.
I'm a big Solitaires fan. Liked the group. Really appreciated what a good person Milton Love was. Next, this next record, I'm going to dedicate this to Buster Bass. I think he might like this recording. We're going to play an Elmore James previously unissued track, the recording session Joe Bahari at Kent Studio in Chicago with an unknown date. The session tape of three songs was left at the recording studio after they did them. Joe Bahari, Frank Scott, and Bruce Bromberg in January 1969, this had to be 7, 8, 9 years after it was recorded, started their search to locate the tape recording. A dusty box containing the never-issued tapes were located in the Chicago studio. Elmer James passed away in May of 1963. The 3 recordings are excellent. An LP titled Anthology of the Blues, legendary Elmore James Volume 1 was released. These 3 tracks are featured in the LP. The recordings are sometime years earlier than 1963, and the LP was issued in 69 because I received a promo copy. It's tagged on the label of this LP. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear Elmore James, Where Can My Baby Be? Elmore James, a really terrific record. Where Can My Baby Be? This came out on the LP in Kent, 1969, Kent 9001. Great liner notes in the LP also. So, we're next going to a group where both lead singers are famous because they're from Louisville, Kentucky. Bobby Lester and Harvey Fuqua. And we're going to play the Harvey Fuqua alternate version of You Foolish Thing. With Foolish Me, thinking of the Ravens. The Moonglows, Harvey Fuqua, Foolish Me, an alternate unissued version, recorded in Chicago, April 1955. This was the same session as Doubtful and Starlight. The release versions featured Bobby Lester on lead, and the release version was Chess Single 1611 in December of 55.
Wait, which one are you on, Bill?
Number 28.
No. The Elmore James, right?
Right.
24, 25.
We're skipping that.
Oh, we are? Gotcha. Okay, sorry, folks. Go back. Bill,
We're featuring "Foolish Me" by Harvey Fuqua. Clearly not as good as Bobby Lester's version. And Johnny's going to show you a kind of a rare promo stock copy 45 of "Foolish Me."
Where is it?
I got it over here.
Okay.
One side is "Foolish Me" as a promo, and the other side is "In Love" as a stock copy.
Okay.
So these are some of the oddities that you folks need to let Johnny know if a future show, whether you like this or you don't like this historical data. So we're going to hear the great record, "Foolish Me," the Moonglows with Harvey Fuqua.
All right, folks, I cannot see any lines in this record, so this has to be totally by headphones. Of course, you know that. Next time I do this, I'm going to have to practice with the headphones, but we're going to try it. Here we go.
Yes, I love you so much more than you know. Oh, foolish me for playing the part. Now you're gone away, and it's breaking my heart. I loved you from the start, and now that we're far apart, I was blind, but now I see. Each and every day, all I do is hope and pray. Please come back to me. Oh, foolish me, for being so blind. I've gone out my mind. Oh, foolish me.
Whoa. You are listening to the Vinyltreasure Show. I'm your host. I have in-studio guest Bill Obe. And if you like what you're hearing today, why don't you shoot Johnny G an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. This is Bill's sixth guest spot here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Always happy to have Bill and his expertise living the music and his knowledge about this music. And these are records that I'm sure many of you have never heard before. Some of you hardcore collectors, I'm sure you're familiar. Those of you that may own these LPs and singles Orioles and whatnot. But these are songs that you normally don't hear played on your local station. You're not going to hear that, and this is where you're going to hear it, and you're going to visually see it. That's what makes this a cool thing. I apologize for my mistakes here. I'll get better with the LPs here. I should probably do some LPs on my own. But anyway, this is our second show of the week. Johnny G will be back on Saturday evening beginning at 9 p.m. with your requests, 1950s and early 60s vocal group and R&B 45s out of my collection. We try to feature the original presses here. So if some of you are new to this program, coming in for the first time, please consider subscribing to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. And there's a little bell there with a drop down. Click that bell and get all notifications when Johnny G goes live. I post the shows in advance on my YouTube page. And so you'll see upcoming shows. I'm deciding if I'm going to be able to do a show next Thursday. I have a lot of it pulled already because I'm just contemplating to do that show either once a month or every other week. But we will have special guests here on Thursday afternoons here, so stay tuned for that. Karen Efron will be here in the studio on the 13th of November, but Bill's going to be back sometime in October, and we'll talk about that toward the end of the program here. But anyway, hope you are enjoying the tunes this afternoon. So I will kick it back to Bill as we go to the next song. Okay, Bill?
Okay, Johnny, we're going to go to track 2 on this LP.
Okay.
And we're going to hear the Johnny Otis Orchestra featuring Little Esther and the Blue Notes, who were probably the Robins. Lover's Lane Boogie is the name of an unissued track. Session in Los Angeles, January 11th, 1950, one of their earliest. One song recorded, just this song, which is unusual to have a session. No.
Okay.
For one song. The musicians were Johnny Otis, Big J McNeely, Devona Williams, Pete Lewis, Mario Delegard, Lee Red Ball, and producer Ralph Bass. The recording of Double Crossing Blues, written by Jessie Mae Robinson, was being rehearsed at the end of a late 1949 Robin session. A few days earlier than this session, Johnny Otis sent a tape of the rehearsal to Herman Lubinsky, requesting bus fare for Little Esther in the amount of $10.
Bus fare?
Little Esther was only 14.
Oh.
So that she could travel to the next session, because they wanted to record Double Crossing Blues. Herman Lubinsky, in his normal way, refused to send the $10. But Ralph Bass quickly called him on the telephone and said this could be a huge hit, and it was probably the biggest selling record in 1950 in the blues and rhythm field, Double Crossing Blues. Now we're going to hear back to Lover's Lane Boogie, which remained unreleased from January 1950 to 1977, when Arista put out The Roots of Rock and Roll. Arista bought the Savoy catalog.
Okay.
The first couple LPs were under the title Arista, but then they moved them to Savoy Jazz.
Okay.
So we're going to hear Lover's Lane Boogie next on the Johnny G Vinyl Treasure Show.
Okay, here we go, folks. Grooves close together.
I wanna meet you, baby, when the evening sun goes down. Yes, I want to get your business straight. Yes, you got from now till sundown to get your business straight. I don't want no slip up, so baby, don't be late.
I'll be there, baby, just me and you. Ain't nobody's business what we say or do, baby. Down in lover's land, if I don't see you, mama, it'll drive for me insane.
When the dawn breaks, daddy, you know the reason why. When I put my men down, they just break right down and cry, baby. When the evening sun goes down, come to me, pretty daddy, when my other man's not around. Don't buy me champagne.
She don't want champagne.
And even if there's rain,
If it's pouring down rain,
Just leave me tonight.
down in lover's land.
Ooh, baby.
Little Esther and the Johnny Otis Orchestra, Lover's Lane Boogie, unissued track, came out on one of the early reissued albums that Arista, who purchased the Savoy label from the estate of Herman Levinsky. Next, we're going, and I put these in order for a reason, to an artist, another West Coast artist, Mickey Champion. And the Knickknacks are the Robins. And this is an unreleased track, I'm Telling You Baby. This is on RPM Records. Session November 2nd, 1950. 4 songs. This is the only unreleased track. This is a West Coast. They had a West Coast territorial hit in December of 51 with a Christmas record titled Gonna Have a Merry Christmas.
78, yeah.
Which I've played on the Christmas show that I do with Frank and Gordon.
That must have been an early one of your, played on one of the early ones you did.
I don't remember the year, to be frank with you.
But it would have been earlier, I would bet.
Yeah.
I would bet on it.
And I have it on a 78. It's number 342. Mickey Champion, a very pretty woman, actually married Roy Milton. And Johnny discovered Little Esther and Mickey Champion at his Barrel House Club in Los Angeles. He selected Little Esther to record Double Crossing Blues, a major 1950 R&B seller. Because of Esther's age of 14, the Barrel House sold liquor. So Little Esther couldn't go there.
Yeah.
Guess who he used to sing Double Crossing Blues at his club? With the Robins, Mickey Champion.
Okay.
Because she sounds very similar to Little Esther. So we have the original recording, 1950. The Robins on the Ace LP, 1983, titled The Robins, Little Esther, and the Knickknacks. But it's really Mickey Champion on this recording. And we're going to hear I'm Telling You Baby is next on the Rhythm and Blues Serenade.
Vinyltreasure show.
Oh.
You'll never satisfy, no matter what I do. You always loud and wrong. What's the matter with you? I'm telling you, baby, you and me are through. I work like a dog to get my pay. Then you throw all my money away. I'm telling you, baby, you and me are through. 'Cause you wake me, baby, in everything you do. You do.
I forgot to mention there was an alternate start on that, so you heard
Yeah, some chatter there.
and on that record from the fabulous Ace label from Great Britain, the Robins. It says Little Esther and the Knickknacks, but Mickey Champion's on this recording. So we're going to go to an artist. First became famous on the Herald label, the Little Butchie Saunders, and then he had some local airplay. Mr. Blues on WNJR played the records because Essex Records distributed Herald and Ember, and but nothing major. So Little Butchie Saunders and an unlisted vocal group recorded a track in 1957, and the tape box was found at G Records. No name stated on the box. Boston DJ Little Walter made the confirmation of the artist's recording. His real name was John Brown. The artist recorded for Herald on 2 releases of singles, with moderate response in the New York City area. Despite strong teenage singing with Frankie Lyman and Teenagers, and George Goldner did not elect to do any more records with him, and didn't release this record that was found in a box titled Don't Do Me Wrong. The 2 Herald records were records from my collection that I located years ago on very clean promos.
Well, wait a minute. We have to say why these 2 records here on Herald that Bill brought. When you talk about somebody listing records as mint minus, well, these were never played. They're in their original sleeves, so you can't get anything better than this. Stores, well, these are promos, unplayed. So, Bill, these would demand the premium price for these records. They are unplayed. So there you go. It's a rarity, folks. Go ahead, Bill.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not selling them.
Yeah, they're not for sale, but I'm drooling on them, though. But anyway.
So, Johnny, we're going to play Little Butchie Saunders. Really nice. This is a good record. Don't Do Me Wrong is next on Johnny G's Vinyl Treasures.
Yeah, here we go, folks. Try my best here. I've been hit and miss here.
Little Butchie, great group, Don't Do Me No Wrong. Put out on Murray Hill LP in 1987. Believed to be recorded in 1957.
Yeah, they should have put that out.
Johnny and I have been talking about which records that we think should have been put out, and that's certainly one of them. But you never know. He was very young, so who knows if there was some sort of contract issue or whatever. Or George or Old Town felt that maybe the record was.
Well, maybe because he bounced around a lot too. He was on a number of different labels, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go to an LP that I only found released in Canada.
Right, Darren mentioned that.
And this is The Fabulous Ink Spots featuring Joe Van Loan, 1967. And he is with the Fabulous Ink Spots in Canada. This might have been his last studio recording work. It's on the Jerry Winkle Records label 7307, recorded at the Sound of Canada. This LP is dedicated to the late Charlie Fuqua, baritone singer, Joe Van Loan, the lead, and second tenor Ray Richardson. And as I stated, this appears to be the last recording I can find that Joe Van Loan sung before his death, I believe, in 1974 or 5, one of those 2 years.
Okay.
So we're going to hear the Ink Spots, If I Didn't Care.
Okay, here we go. This one's another difficult.
If I didn't care more than words can say, if I didn't care, would I feel this way? If this isn't love, then why do I thrill? And what makes my head go round and round while my heart stands still? If I didn't care, would it be the same? Would my every prayer begin and end with just your name? And could I be sure that this is love beyond compare? Would all this be true if I didn't care for you?
If I didn't care, and it's just more than words can say. If I didn't give, then tell me, why do I feel this way? If this isn't love, then why do I thrill so much? What is it that makes my head go around and around while my poor heart stands still?
If I didn't care, would it be the same? Would my every prayer begin and end with just your name? And could I be sure that this is love beyond compare? Would all this be true if I didn't care for you?
The Fabulous Ink Spots featuring Joe Van Loan, If I Didn't Care. Jerry Winkle Records, 7307. Also, I'd like to say hello to Karen in Canada today. I believe Karen's in Canada. And looking forward to...
Darren, too.
And Darren. Johnny said that Darren has an autographed copy of that album. Congratulations, Darren. Karen will be here November 13th in the USA at Johnny G's studio. Okay, we're going to another recording. The Prisoners, Two Strangers is the name of the recording. This was the first unissued track. This would have been the group's 5th single. They were ready to press it up, and Sam Phillips just changed his mind, and they didn't release the record.
Wow.
So that's the story behind it. It was recorded at Sun Studio. I have a lengthy Johnny Bragg story, but we'll have to save it for another show because we're starting to run out of time. when different members of the Prisonaires were released from prison, Johnny Bragg started other groups like the Marigolds when new prisoners came in that could sing.
Okay, cool. Interesting.
So very, very interesting. And I spent 1/2 hour with Johnny Bragg and his niece.
Nice.
So we're going to be playing this track that came out early because Shelby Singleton in 1976 didn't care about these records. Sam Phillips sold him son, I think it was 68 or 69.
Okay.
And he didn't care, so these records came out in 1990. The Bear family put out a CD of all the Sun Prisonaires records. So we're going to hear a great record, Two Strangers, by the Prisonaires, recorded 1954.
Okay, here we go, folks.
They were just two strangers strolling down a lonely street when suddenly by chance they happened to meet. They were just two victims from a broken love affair. Two lonely people with a love no one would share. Their heads were down and their hearts were filled with gloom till their eyes met and flowers all joy burst into bloom. Now these same two strangers live just down the way. Were strangers, but now lovers today. Their heads were down and their hearts were filled with gloom till their eyes met and flowers of joy burst into bloom. Strangers live just down the way. They once were strangers, but now lovers too.
Very, very powerful record. Would have been their next release for Sun had Sam Phillips turned it down. Next, we're going to go to the Marshall Brothers, Unissued track. Savoy, New York City, December 17th, 1951. The Ravens disbanded in August 51 from OK. And it's not that one. And it's this one.
Okay.
Show the audience. The Ravens disbanded in August of 51. Maith signed a new group in November of 51 with his great tenor voice, but the other group members, according to Maith, did not meet the Ravens' vocal standards. I personally met Maith Marshall 2 times, one at Clinton High School in the Bronx in 1986. That's a show where the Ravens first flew into town to do a UGHA show. And the LP is entitled The Roots of Rock and Roll, Volume 8 from 1979. And we're going to hear My Life is My Life by the Marshall Brothers.
Okay, here we go, folks. Another close grooves here.
My life is my life. Don't try to change it. My ways are my ways. You can't rearrange it. Sometimes I may be wrong. I live life as I see fit. Right or wrong, I'll do my best. Perhaps you don't approve of it until you came my way. My life was so lonely. Perhaps another day you will want me only. You know fate must have its way. In life you see, but my life is still my life. You will agree. Until you came my way, my life was so lonely. Perhaps another day too, you will want me only. You know fate must have its way too. In life you see, but my life is still my life. You will
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what you call a great record.
Yeah, that was they like that one there in the chat room, Bill.
Maith Marshall and the Marshall Brothers. I personally believe the fault why the Marshall Brothers weren't successful is that Herman Lubinsky probably was a little tight with the pocketbook.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just an opinion.
Yeah.
Now we're going to play, we got 2 more songs and we're finished for September 18th, Thursday, 2025. And this record, I have to go back, and it brings back fond memories of the Time Capsule show.
Mm-hmm.
Tom and Joe playing this record.
Probably off this LP.
This was the first release, 1962 on VJ.
Okay.
And it had the first time that September song was released.
Okay.
Now, the other LP they did on Constellation,
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, That came out, I think, in 65. But you'll notice to the left on the front cover, there's an autograph from Solly McElroy to me.
Oh, let's see. We're gonna go do a close up here.
Solly autographed the LP for me. Was a real gentleman to talk to. He just couldn't get over people like me knowing his music.
What? Really?
Yeah.
You must have been thrilled to hear that.
Yes, he was. So we're going to be playing its first issue, the September song. It was recorded in Chicago, November 24th, 1953. 4 songs recorded: the Red Holloway Orchestra Tremendous, Art Sheridan, the owner of Chance, since 1950. Shortly in 1954, decided to close doors.
Mm-hmm.
When Tom and Joe and Bill Shabilsky went to Chicago on one of the time capsule shows, they went to the address of Chance Records, and it was a mechanic place then.
Okay.
So I bet Joe would be surprised that I remembered that from his show.
Okay.
But the September song was originally a popular hit in 1938 by Walter Houston. I met Solly McElroy on November 15th, 1992. Enjoyable meeting. This is the unissued Chance track. The Flamingos meet the Moonglows. The first issue of the September song is next on the Vinyltreasures special show.
It's a long while from May till December, though the days grow short when we reach September.
An amazing recording an amazing performance. The Flamingos, the September song, those are fond memories from my youth and listening to the Time Capsule show. Tremendous. We're down to our last recording. I want to mention one further item.
Mm-hmm.
I want to congratulate Frank Gingaro on his Echoes of the Past, third part of the Wayne Sterling story. Johnny's going to, on Saturday night, to provide you with the information, if you are not a subscriber, to be able to subscribe to the magazine, because I have a good idea that Frank's going to be putting some other tremendous material together for the magazine. So thank you, Frank. We're down to our last recording. I want to thank our audience. When I mentioned to a few people that I wanted to do a previously unissued release show of a lot of recordings, some people felt, Bill, are you sure you want to do that? Some people they're not going to know some of this music. And I said I would really like to do it. Some people have asked for it. So we did it. Johnny, thank you. Johnny had a tough job today.
No, Bill, no. I want to thank you, really. I really listen, I was only here playing putting the records on the turntable, folks. I messed up quite a bit. But, Bill, I have to say, I truly enjoyed your selections today, and I enjoyed it. I know many of the listeners did. If you all, any of you would like to get in touch with me or Bill, you can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. I forward all the emails over to Bill. He received a big response with the last show here that he did. This is his 6th guest spot here. I anticipate Bill will be back here in October sometime, and we will give you more details about that. But Bill, I want to thank you for spending, I know it takes a lot of time to prepare a show like this and to pull the records out and actually decide. I know you had a big selection to pick from, and you did some great selections for today, so I have to thank you for that. And hopefully all of you listeners out there and those of you that will be watching on the archive will enjoy this, and I hope you give a thumbs up to this program and also to the show here. So thank you, Bill, for being here.
And thank you, Johnny, for having me.
Yes, so what are we closing with today, Bill?
We're going to a later track. This was recorded in 1960 or 1962. The Universals, previously unissued recording. The owners and producers, Ed Gransell and Jerry Halpern, released this record on the, this was recorded for the Southern label. Don Folletti and Eddie Grice were able to lease this recording, and they put this out in 1971. This is a great record. They also put out an a cappella album on Relic in 71 called A Cappella Presents the Universals.
Mm-hmm.
So we're back with the Universals again, and we're going to play, to close out today's show, Prayer of Love.
Okay. All right, folks. Take care. Have a great afternoon. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Here you go, the Universals. Thank you, Bill. Thank you.
Whoa.